guys, welcome back to my channel. Thank you so much for being here with me today. I hope you do enjoy this video. Also, if this is something that you enjoy, like true crime and makeup, two of my favorite things, don't forget to subscribe at the end of this video if you did enjoy, as I post videos every single week, and click that notification bell so you do not miss out. Quick little disclaimer, as I'm sure you guys already know, that nothing I mention in this video is factual. This is all based off research that I have done, and this is all stuff that you can find on the internet if you do your own research as well. So let me know your comments down below what you think of this video. I would love to hear your guys' opinions, but let's just get right into this story. So today we are going to be talking about the Calgary serial killer, which is in Calgary, Alberta, Canada. And it is actually where I'm not from Calgary, but I am from Canada. So you might see me covering a lot of those kind of cases because, I don't know, that's just, well, for two reasons. Number one, I am Canadian. And number two, I just feel like I want to talk about some cases that are not so much heard of, and it's easier to kind of do that when I do research around my own areas. If you're interested, don't forget to click that subscribe button. Okay, so rumors of the Calgary serial killer started in 1991 with the murder of Jennifer Johns, who was just 16 years old. Jennifer had grown up in Calgary, Alberta. It's said that she did really well in her studies. You know, she was very kind. She was in gymnastics. She grew up in a loving home. She danced in ballet, and she even ran track. So, you know, just a good kid all around. It wasn't until middle school where she had gotten mixed in with the wrong crowd. She had dropped out of school in grade 9 and decided to move out with her friends. She did call home all the time, almost every day, to speak with her family. It is said that Jennifer had gotten caught up with life on the streets as an SW. I'm not going to say that for the sake of this channel. I'm sure you guys know what that is. In July of 1991, she became sick with a kidney infection, and actually she ended up in the hospital. She became very sick, and her parents would visit her nearly daily. Her mother received a phone call from Jennifer on July 12th stating that she was leaving the hospital and she wanted to come home for dinner the next week. However, sadly, that would never happen. August 13th, 1991, Jennifer's body was discovered badly beaten in a shallow grave at a construction site just off the Trans-Canada Highway. As I had mentioned, Jennifer was only 16 years old, and sadly, her murder was only the start of the tragedy. Rebecca Lynn Boutilier would be the second victim linked to the Calgary serial killer. Rebecca was born in Cape Breton, Nova Scotia. Her mother moved to Calgary with Rebecca when Rebecca's father passed away in a car accident when she was just 18 months old. Rebecca's mother would say that although she had a close relationship with her daughter, Rebecca had a rough childhood. Now, I'm not really quite sure what that means. I could only assume, but we're not here to do that. We're just here to simply state what we have found, and that is that she allegedly did have a rough start in life. December of 1991, Rebecca had a little boy, but on February 12th of 1993, Rebecca, who was just 20 years old, had disappeared with her 15-month-old son. She was last seen in downtown Calgary, and it was reported by a woman who had allegedly worked with her in the streets that Rebecca was last seen getting into a blue car. On March 11th, 1993, Rebecca's remains were discovered meters from a pile of roof shingles. The young mother had been stabbed to death. Now, it doesn't say what happened to her young son, but I really hope that he is okay. Both Rebecca Boutilier and Jennifer Johns, who had worked together as SWs, again, you know what I'm saying there, it wouldn't be until over a decade later, yes, you heard that right, a decade that the two murders would be linked, which doesn't really make sense to me since the bodies were discovered both in Calgary under the same suspicious circumstances. Both had been SWs, so kind of sounds like botched police work there. Don't come for me, but I'm not the only one that believes so. You can look it up for yourself. Moving on, in August of 1991, a woman by the name of Jennifer Joyce had vanished from her group home in Calgary. She was only 17 years old. Now, Jennifer's mother had died in a car accident tragically when Jennifer was just 12 months old, so she had been in the system ever since then. Jennifer was very well liked by her peers in school. Her teachers described her as having tremendous potential, but unfortunately, like the other two women mentioned in the story, she was also drawn to life on the streets. On October 6th of 1991, Jennifer Joyce's body was found in a shallow grave only 2 kilometers away from where Jennifer Johns, the first lady that we mentioned in this video, was found. I mean, they were all found around the same time. They were all found under the same suspicious circumstances, and you're telling me it took them over a decade to say that they were linked? Sorry guys, I did go ahead and do my liner off camera again. Don't come for me. So there is a lot of controversy surrounding these cases, and I mean rightfully so. A lot of people believe that the police didn't really do that great of an investigation because of what these lines of women did for work, and that is just disgusting in my opinion. However, that is just theory. The cause of Jennifer Joyce's death has never been released. I'm not too sure why, but I mean, I can assume it could be in relation to what the other girls suffered. Sadly, there would continue to be several other victims discovered linked to the Calgary serial killer, and although 3 girls mentioned in the story never really knew each other, they did cross paths at some points in their lifetime due to their line of work in the street. So guys, it truly is very important to note that no matter what somebody does, no matter what lifestyle that they may have, you know, chosen or just by circumstance ended up in, it does not make these crimes any less heinous. It does not make these crimes any less cruel, and it does not make these crimes any less worthy of investigation. It is truly heartbreaking for their families, and although that a number of suspects have been questioned and the police have followed a number of leads, the cases still remain to be unsolved to this day. Police do believe, however, that the murders are linked to one suspect. Thank you so much for joining me. Once again, if you do enjoy this type of content, if you enjoy makeup, if you enjoy true crime, don't forget to subscribe, hit that notification bell. I post videos every single week. I would love it if you would join me. I will see you guys in my next one.